Hey, this is Dane, and today I want to show you how to replace a broken core piece on the X Cube. So this will happen if you maybe drop the X Cube, so be careful not to do that. But if you do, you can get a replacement core piece by emailing us. Go to our website, thexcube.com, and we can send you one, and then you can follow these steps to replace it. First thing, you're going to need two tools. You're going to need a vice grip and a Phillips screwdriver to do this. So let's just get right started. The first step, find your old core piece. You're going to need these pieces, the central axis, and any of the center pieces that might have broken off of it. And you're going to pop the caps off, and you're going to get 6 of them. So you got to take the centers off. So there's the 6. There you go. And then pop the caps off of any of these. If these caps don't come off, do let us know. Let us know when you reach out to us, and that'll be important. We can help you a different way. So once you get the caps off, I'm going to show you why we need the vice grip first off. If you have any of these loose pieces, here's what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to grab the part of the broken core that's attached to it. You're going to have to hold on to that, and this allows you to take the screw out. So just go there, unscrew it, and there you go, there's one, and what's going to come out is a screw and a spring. Keep that over there. I got one more of these to do, and we got a broken piece that just came off, and grab the part of the broken core that's still attached. And if you don't, if you don't have a vice grip, this is just too hard to, it's too hard to get a grip on that little piece. So you're going to want one of these. And then you have this, you can just get rid of that. So now we got 2, and now I don't really need the vice grip anymore. I can just go in, unscrew this here, and it's not too interesting from here to get the rest of these. There's one more. Okay, 2 left. And you might want to use the vice grip for the last one, but you probably don't need to, because you can get a pretty good grip on the core piece. Okay, so I've got them all out. I don't need this anymore. Now what we're going to do is start screwing these into the new core piece. Now before you start, I want you to make a special note of something. There are 2 types of pieces that you just unscrewed. There are 2 types of center pieces. One has these is rounded at the bottom, and one is flat. These go in a particular place, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Grab the 2 round ones. There are only 2 round pieces. We're going to start with these. So let's grab our new one, and here we go. So I just pinch them together like this, and then you get that in there and try to get it started. And then it'll start digging in. You can go right ahead. And there you go. And you just screw it in all the way. Don't over tighten it, but screw it in all the way. You'll notice it's done when the bottom of the shoulder hits the core. You can leave it a little looser if you want, but I don't recommend it. And if it becomes too tight, you can get if it becomes too hard to turn, you can take your vice grip and gently hold on to it. You don't want to break the new one either. So there you go. That the shoulder on this one is almost all the way in. That's fine for my purposes. In fact, it might be better to leave this a little loose at first, so you can assemble it a little easier. So the round one there, and now this is the important part. Your other rounded centerpiece needs to go opposite of the first. It has to go on the opposite side. Absolutely must. Don't put it in any other place. or else your X cube will come together and you will notice that it just doesn't work. So remember, round pieces are on opposite sides. There you go. That's in about as far as I need it to be. And remember, you can keep it a little loose and you'll be in good shape. And now I just have to put in the other 4. Same exact way. I just pinch them together, get them mostly lined up, and start gently screwing these in, and eventually you'll feel it catch. There we go. Feel it catch and just drive this guy in. You can use a drill for these, but honestly, I don't really recommend it because it's a drill is big and bulky, and it's going to cause you more problems than it's probably worth. I screwed this one in all the way. See, eventually it stops. Eventually the bottom of this shoulder hits the core, and that shows you, that it's not going to go farther than that. So make sure not to over tighten it. And you can constantly check. You can pull on these and see how springy it is. Remember, you can keep it a little loose. So, see, like I said, not super involved, not super tricky, except sometimes you'll do that if you're not careful. So make sure you don't lose those. Here we go. I'll find that in a second. Yeah, make sure you work in an area and be careful not to let, springs and screws fly around like I just did. There we go. Eventually this catches. This one's being a little tricky. I guess if it's a little tricky, what you could do is you can start the screw without the centerpiece, and that'll kind of give the threads on the screw something to dig into without having that bulky centerpiece there. This one's being particularly stubborn. Okay, I'm going to do something because this one is giving me a little trouble. I'm going to take an X-Acto. I'm going to take a blade and just quickly, open that up just a little bit. Because I think there's a burr in there and I think it's giving me problems. So I think that'll help me get this where it needs to go. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, that worked. See, now I got it digging in. And before I'm not going to put this in all the way. I'm going to I just wanted to get it started so I can come back and finish it. So I guess if you have, one that's giving you a little trouble, just grab a blade and try to get the burrs off run it through the hole, deburr it, and it'll go in a little easier. Okay, and that one's done. Here's this one. I'm gonna have to find the spring I dropped at some point. This requires a little dexterity. Just getting these lined up, but it's not too challenging. If I wanted to, I could, just get all these screws started and then use a drill, but and like I said, I'm tightening these down all the way, but you might want to leave them, you know, untightened, but for the purposes of this demonstration, it might be better not to. Okay, I have my spring that I just found. And where's my last piece? Okay. There it is. I put the screw through. Gonna get these lined up. Put my screwdriver in. And this one's going in nicely. Remember, leave them just a little loose. You can come back and tighten them later. Okay, all right, see, now I've got it all replaced. Now the thing to do is to get the caps back on. It's very simple to do this. Do the white and the yellow first. So just grab the white piece, and then these ones go on the curved pieces that you put in. So you're going to want to find, there are two ridges here, and those will line up with there are two holes in there. So put that in, and the yellow one goes opposite that. Put it in, see that it lines up. And then the 4 other pieces go in, and here's the color scheme. Put the red one in first. There you go. Put the red one in first, and then holding white on top and red in front, blue goes on the right. That's the color scheme. And then green is opposite blue, orange is opposite red. Okay, now you have a fixed core piece. Now you can check out my video on how to assemble the X-Cube, and you can follow those steps and put them together. You might, and at the very end, you might want to try to pop these caps off again and then tighten them in like to your liking if you left them loose, which I would suggest you do because it makes it a little easier to assemble. Cool. Hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching, and good luck.